longest title of the session here, Eugene, but thank you. You did it marvelously. I have my comedy support animal here with me too today, so I'm not alone on stage. And you do too, Eugene. So why did I choose to talk about this one here? It's exactly like Eugene was saying. We can prepare for some things, but some things you can't. You know, there's a few things in travel you can prepare for. You can do basic preparation. Bring the sunscreen, bookmark the travel sites, learn to say thank you in a foreign language, take cash out of the ATM, then go back and take more cash out of the ATM because it's not enough. You know, basic things like that. Then there is preparing for the unexpected. An example of this was on a trip to Spain with my girlfriend. We were supposed to travel by train from Madrid to Toledo to see the famous cathedral. What I didn't understand at that point in my life was the efficiency of the European trains. We were at the train track 10 minutes early and a train came. Now in America, it takes 10 minutes for the conductor to get a cup of coffee. So I assumed this was the train. I knew I was in trouble when I saw we had tiny little tickets, like the kind that you use on the metro, and everybody else had these huge official document-like tickets for, you know, use in a government agency. For you youngsters, this is when we actually had physical tickets, just so you understand the joke. Anyways, I said to myself, I don't think we're going to the same place. The train was going to the Mediterranean and came a few minutes before our train was supposed to come. Thinking a minute, we just decided to go with it and upgrade the tickets. So this is an example of preparing for the unexpected. Basically, know yourself and what would you do in a situation like this. Now, I'm going to tell you an example of what you can't prepare for. Keep in mind, this is a true story. We're on a trip from Nepal to Tibet by Jeep. We got to the Tibetan border and we found we needed to cross by foot. The road was total mud from the rains and trucks driving on it. Some guy asked if I wanted to carry my luggage for a fee. I immediately said yes, since the road was so bad, I would rather just left the luggage there and buy all new stuff instead of carrying it through this natural disaster mud mess. So we get to the town and find the military is in town and has taken our hotel rooms. Our guide managed to find us another room. And I didn't think much of it because I said any place is better than outside. I would live to regret these words. The place they put us in was filthy. Walking into the lobby felt like going into a junkyard where old, smelly, mildewed furniture goes to die. We get to our room, and it is equally nasty to the lobby. But we are so exhausted, we just laid our clothes on the bed because there was no way our bodies were going to touch anything that was in that room. We closed the light, and then I feel a tiny set of tiny feet along with a humongous body run across the top of my pillow and bump into my head. I open the light, and there is a huge rat running to the corner. Now, I've lived in New York City and seen my share of big rats, but now I know where they all originate from. Anyway, since we had fear of being eaten alive, there was no way we're going to try and sleep again. There are no other hotel rooms in the city. So it's either we go back out into the mud or wage war. I would attempt to corner him with a shoebox we found. By the way, I call him he, even though I did not anatomically confirm it was a male, but somehow the thought of fighting with a female seemed unmanly, so I considered it a he. I tried several times to corner him with the box, but he would scurry into the bed or the other side of the room. Clearly, I was on his turf. Miraculously, I managed to corner him and into the box and covered it. Unfortunately, My plans seemed to be stupid at that point since I had no idea what to do with them. Luckily, I looked around and found an armoire in the corner. I managed to open the door and throw the whole box into it and close the door again. We thought the drama was over, but apparently he saw the light coming through the crack of the door from inside the armoire and he started charging it. Boom, boom, boom. The continuous thuds got louder as he threw his whole body weight into the wooden door repeatedly. At this point, shock led to absolute hilarity as we broke down into hysterical laughter, the kind that can only happen when you are exhausted and faced a rodent trauma. Eventually, the thuds grew softer as our adversary grew tired and resigned himself to his fate for the night. We left that morning more exhausted than we entered that room. We looked at each other and said, things in travel. Thank you.